Good morning and welcome to the National Assembly for what looks like the second phase of the ministerial screening that began last week. I'm Lanre Lasese.
And I'm Linda Akibe.
Well, we'd like to welcome you. A lot of anticipation here in the National Assembly, and even here we can tell you a lot of walking around. You see people going here and there as people begin to wonder what will happen today. We can tell you that there's been a lot of development. Already we can tell you the other paper that was initially prepared for this morning has been withdrawn and a new one is being prepared. We're hoping that eventually we will get the chairman of the House Committee, of the Senate Committee on Media to talk to us. Linda.
Yeah, and we know that we have 18 more nominees to be screened. And today we expect the 10 nominees will be screened at plenary today. But we're hearing that this might not happen. We're getting feelers that very few nominees might actually be screened during plenary today. So we'll just have to sit and wait and see what happens. But like Larry said, the chairman, Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, Senator Nominees, will be joining us very soon to shed more light on the recent developments. Now, another major thing which we are waiting for is the much awaited, anticipated petition against the report of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges on the petition against one of the ministerial nominees, Rotimi Amechi. That report has been lingering for more than a week now. It was supposed to have been presented to the Senate last week. It wasn't. We expect the chairman of the Ethics Committee did tell us yesterday that the report is ready and would be presented today at plenary. So we expect to see that. I want to know, because that report would let us know if will be a deciding factor on if Rotimi Amechi would be screened as a ministerial nominee either today or whatever day that the Senate chooses. Now, yesterday we also saw that the Committee on Media, the Committee on Ethics and Privilege also sat and deliberated the report on one of the ministerial nominees. Larry, remember Aisha Abubakar? She had a petition against her by a coalition of women in her state. One of the reasons for the petition against her was that she's not known in the state. The Committee on Ethics invited the petitioners and the ministerial nominees yesterday, but the petition was sort of like laid to rest because committee members said that the petition was not properly addressed. Larry, did you not find that very curious, that it was addressed to the President Buhari, and not the Senate President, that the Senate was just simply copied in the letter? And that was very, very interesting. So,
well, for me, I think I can say this for myself. I found the activities of that particular committee, the Committee on Ethics, very interesting. That was just the latest development. I also found it interesting, yes, when they took the case, the petition against Rotimi Amechi, and then while sitting, after inviting both parties, they now say it is according to their rules that they shouldn't entertain any petition that is already before the court. And I was like, also, if you know that your rules already make it clear that you shouldn't, but you've already started considering it when you start calling the petitioner and calling the person that has been petitioned to come and appear before you, you'd started.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because, Larry, if you say, as a committee, you say you would not look at, the Senate would not treat a matter in court, then what is the report that we have been waiting for? What would be the content of the report? There's been the controversy over the report of the petition against Rotimi Amechi has been generating a lot of interest and, a lot of bickering in the polity, because we've been hearing different type of rumors that the committee might recommend that the Senate stay action on the screening of Rotimi Amechi. I asked the chairman of a Senate Committee on Ethics yesterday. He didn't give me a clear answer. He just said, wait till plenary today when the report will be presented. So we're waiting. We're going to be waiting.
Well, we're waiting, but like Linda said, that is the first hurdle. So we shouldn't be expecting Amechi to appear before the Senate if this report by the committee has not been laid, has not been considered, and has not been approved. But these are just some of the developments that are going on here, and I can tell you the atmosphere is charged. Running around, people moving here and there, trying to understand their supporters. The security here has also been tightened.
Yes.
There are places where, as you go, because a lot of times when these nominees come in, they come in with a large retinue of supporters and entourage, and here becomes becomes simply unmanageable. And the security officials have put in place a situation from outside the gate where you're checked, and even if you get in, there are places you're not allowed to go in. But like we said,
and this whole security thing, I think it's also really, would like to say such an inconvenience, because I think it's not properly done. We have different checks at the gate. If you go outside the National Assembly, the traffic, it's so much. Getting into the National Assembly right now would take you about 45 minutes because of the checks. And I think it should have been done in a more streamlined and more efficient way.
Especially since we understand this is not the first time we're doing this. This happens. It's a ritual. It happens all the time, and it will help for all those coming if it's clear and it's streamlined. But that's just one of the observations here as things keep going. Right now, a few minutes ago, the Senate President walked into the chamber. We're expecting that means that events will start unfolding now. But we can tell you that what we're hearing right now is that only 3 nominees will be screened. And we are still trying to get details of which of the nominees made that list of the special 3 that will be looked at today.
I wonder why. That means with this space, if we have only 3 nominees going to be screened today, we might not even conclude the screening exercise this week, because we have 18.
Exactly.
18 nominees left to be screened.
And if we screen only 3 today, that means it might extend the days. Before, what we heard was that Tuesday and Wednesday, these nominees will be screened, and then it will be done and over with. But now, from what we're feeling, it will appear as if this will go on. We're still waiting for the chairman of the Senate Committee on Media, who we expect to come here. The development, a lot of questions on our minds, and we hope he will be able to take them. But we can remind you that last week went very well. And Linda, I'd like to say a lot of people reached out to me saying while they liked some of the responses of the nominees while on the stand, they really were not comfortable, and they feel that going forward it will help if we understand that this nominee should be on this. It
also brings me to the criticism that, or the talks. People are now advocating that the next time the President Buhari brings the ministerial list to the National Assembly, he should, put the portfolios of the people.
He should.
Because a situation where you don't know which ministry, which portfolio, which ministry a nominee would be sent to, and you really can't guess, because in this situation we have like up to 10 lawyers.
Yes.
So if you're going to be looking at their professional, what they do professionally, the 10 lawyers, which they could be in any ministry. So people have been saying the next time we have a ministerial screening like this, the president should put the portfolios
with
alongside
the nominees that come in. Well, we can tell you it appears the activities within the chamber have started, so we'll go into the chamber now to follow proceedings there and see what will be on the table for the nominees that will be screened today by the Senate.